Rangers have moved decisively, with a defensive deal now officially agreed and confirmed. After weeks of speculation surrounding reinforcements at the back, the Ibrox hierarchy have finalized the deal that signals clear intent ahead of the challenges to come. With defensive solidity high on the agenda, this agreement represents a calculated step rather than a reactive one. Rangers have pushed the negotiations over the line and ensured there is no lingering uncertainty about the club's plans. Attention will now turn to what the player can bring to the squad over the next few years. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. But first, Rangers are preparing for a summer of uncertainty as interest intensifies in JD Gimmer, with several Premier League clubs closely monitoring his progress ahead of the transfer window. The 22-year-old winger has emerged as one of the standout performers in the Scottish Premiership, particularly since the arrival of Danny Röhl. In a campaign often defined by inconsistency at Ibrox, Gimmer has provided moments of quality and decisiveness that have not gone unnoticed south of the border. Recruitment teams from England are understood to be keeping a close watch, assessing not only his technical attributes, but also whether his performances can translate to the intensity and speed of the Premier League. Former Manchester United chief scout Mick Brown believes Gimmer is currently operating above the level of many around him at Rangers. Having recently observed him in action, Brown offered a frank assessment of both the team and the winger's individual impact. "I watched Rangers against Hearts and wasn't particularly impressed," Brown said. "I think it does show the difference between Scottish football and the Premier League. It felt like it was very rushed. There wasn't much composure in the game. Players were giving the ball away all over the place. It just didn't look like there was much quality." Yet amid that criticism, Gimmer was singled out for praise. So when a player like Gimmer stands out at that level, it's something Premier League clubs will always take notice of in case he's ready for the step up, Brown continued. "I know a lot of clubs in the Premier League keep a close eye on what's happening in Scotland in case any player stands out as a potential option. Gimmer was impressive actually against Hearts. He showed the talent he has and eventually was decisive in Rangers winning the game. So I'm sure they'll be watching him to see if he can do it every week and whether he can make a real difference with Rangers fighting for the title." Those comments underline the balancing act Rangers now face. In January, the club rejected an approach from Monaco that would have seen Gimmer move on an initial loan deal with a £10 million obligation to buy. The structure of that proposal made it unattractive mid-season, particularly with the title race finally poised and limited time to source a replacement. However, the landscape could look very different in the summer. Any renewed interest is likely to come in the form of a straightforward cash offer, potentially paid largely up front. That would place Rangers in a far more testing position, especially if multiple clubs enter the race and begin driving up his valuation. The club's stance may also hinge on their league finish, securing qualification for next season's Champions League by overcoming the challenge of Hearts and Celtic in what remains a tight title battle, would provide a significant financial injection. That revenue could strengthen Rangers' hand, enabling them to resist bids and retain key assets. Conversely, failure to reach Europe's elite competition would leave the Ibrox hierarchy with difficult decisions to make. Without the guaranteed income that comes with Champions League football, offers in excess of 8 figures could prove hard to ignore, particularly for a player signed with development and resale value in mind. For now, Rangers remain hopeful of keeping hold of Gimmer, believing his development is far from complete and that he can play a central role in their ambitions. But with Premier League scouts circling and his performances continuing to attract attention, the coming months promise to test that resolve. Now, John Souttar has officially committed his future at Rangers, putting pen to paper on a new contract that will keep him at Ibrox until the summer of 2027, with the club also holding the option to extend the agreement by a further 12 months. The confirmation brings clarity and stability at a crucial stage of the season, underlining both the defender's importance to the side and the faith placed in him by head coach Danny Röhl. Since Röhl's appointment in October, Souttar has been a cornerstone of the team. The 29-year-old Scotland international has made 33 appearances in all competitions this term and has consistently been among the first names on the team sheet, whether partnered by Manny Fernandez, Nasser Jager, or Derek Cornelius. Souttar has provided composure, leadership, and reliability in the heart of defense. His experience has proven particularly valuable during a period of transition, with Röhl demanding both tactical discipline and mental resilience from his squad. Calm in possession and aggressive in duels, Souttar has balanced the backline while offering a vocal presence that has helped organize those around him. In a season where consistency has often been decisive, he has delivered exactly that. Souttar originally signed a pre-contract agreement with Rangers in January 2022 before completing his move along the M8 from Hearts later that year. Now, more than 3 years on, he has reaffirmed his commitment to the club at a time when stability is essential. The new deal not only rewards his performances, but signals Rangers' intent to build around players who embody reliability and professionalism. With an optional extra year built into the agreement, the club has secured both continuity and flexibility. For Röhl, it represents another important piece of long-term planning as he shapes his squad beyond the current campaign. The contract news arrives amid a crucial stretch in the Premiership title race. Rangers moved to within 2 points of top spot following their 4-2 victory over Hearts last weekend, a result that reinforced growing belief within the squad. Souttar is expected to start against Livingston on Sunday as Rangers look to build on that momentum and maintain pressure at the summit. Röhl, speaking after the win over the Jambos, made clear his expectations for the closing weeks of the campaign. In general, since I'm here, it was about winning games again and again and again, he said. Yeah, of course, the first couple of weeks was about improving the mindset that we can win games in a row. Today we showed a good reaction after Wednesday, and we showed during the 90 minutes a good reaction after conceding goals. Of course, this is also a big part and it's important. We spoke before the game with my group, with my players, about it's a big game. Big games are for big players and big games are also for big teams. We delivered today, but we also have to deliver next week. And this is crucial, it's very crucial. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you, I'll see you in the next video.